Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of the Keeping Score podcast from the Daily Interlake. I'm your host, Josh Amick. The playoffs started last week for the Range Riders, and they could have not asked for a better outcome. To give a little background on the Pioneer League playoff matchups, the teams with the best record in the first half and the teams with the best record in the second half each play each other. So the Range Riders drew the matchup with the Missoula PaddleHeads, who finished with the best record in the first half of the season and the overall best record in the Pioneer League. The Oakland Ballers matched up with the Yolo High Wheelers, both California teams who won the second half of the season. Since the PaddleHeads held the best record, they elected for Game 1 to be played on the road at Glacier Bank Park and for Games 2 and 3 to be played in Missoula if needed. The Range Riders took Game 1 after a dazzling performance from Patrick Wicklander, who struck out 11 in 7 innings and pitched for a 4-2 win. They also got clutch hits from Kingston Liniak and Chad Castillo, each who doubled twice in a big win in front of the home crowd. Here's what Liniak had to say about the team's performance. Knowing that you left some out there, how much does that give the team confidence, knowing you got to win at least one on the road in Missoula?
I mean, it's everything right now, because the fact that we can go out there, put up 11 hits and still only get 4 runs when we're capable of maybe scoring 15 of those runs, you know what I mean? So, and just makes us happy, being able to compete like that.
Liniak might as well predicted the outcome in Game 2 right then and there because the offense came out and did exactly that, not leaving anything on the table. They won Game 2 easily on a 17-3 victory, advancing to the championship. Castillo had another great game, having 2 more doubles and a home run, driving in 4 runs. Not to be outdone, Ryan McCarthy moved to the 3rd spot from his normal leadoff position and hit a homer and drove in 2 more runs on a double to drive in 5 RBIs on the night. The Range Riders racked up 17 hits, 9 of them for extra bases, and Cooper Benson pitched 6 shutout innings for the easy victory. So what's next for the Range Riders? Yolo took care of Oakland in 3 games and will now head to Glacier to play the first of 2 games in the Pioneer League Championship in Game 1 on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, the Range Riders were able to keep that winning streak alive. This was the first time in the team's history that Glacier has played Yolo, and this is Yolo's first season in the Pioneer League. Game 1 was a pitcher's duel, and the only offense on either side was a Gabe Howell 2-run home run that led the Range Riders to a 2-0 victory. Here's what the longest tenured Range Rider, Howell, had to say after the game.
Man, it just feels good to see this team and this organization being built from day one. You know what I mean? So the coolest part is I've been here through it all, and I've seen the ups and downs, and right now this is the best our team's been in 3 years. So it's fun to be a part of that for sure.
Caleb Sophie started and lasted 4 innings with 5 hits and struck out 6. He turned the ball over to the bullpen in the top of the 5th, and they were outstanding. Caleb Sophie started and lasted 4 innings with 5 hits and struck out 6. He turned the ball over to the bullpen in the top of the 5th inning, and they were outstanding. Justin Coleman, Aiden McAvoy, Nick Zanga, and Noah Owen combined to pitch 5 scoreless frames, not allowing a single hit or walk during that stretch. Here's what manager Paul Fletcher had to say about his pitching staff.
Our pitching's just been phenomenal, right? They've just come in, done the job, executed our plan, done exactly what we asked them to do. They've been stepping up for each other. We love the way we're playing. Guys hitting, just staying with the plan, just going and doing it, and we just keep having fun.
Game 2 will be held Wednesday at 7:05 for the final home game of the season. In the championship series, it is a best-of-3 series, so games 3 through 5 will be held at Yolo, with Game 3 beginning on Friday at 4 p.m. If the Range Riders can win 2 out of the next 4, they will secure their first ever Pioneer League championship. So get to Glacier Bank Park for the final game tonight, root hard for the team, and hopefully next week's Range Riders recap can end on a very high note. For the Keeping Score podcast from the Daily Interlake, I am Josh Amick, and next week will be the final episode, so I hope to see you all then. Take care, and until then, go Range Riders.